defeating Cleveland 42-35. But yeah, we're going to give the scoreboard out real quick. String, give us a scoreboard.
Yeah, as Biscuit just mentioned, Cleveland falls to Dobbins-Bennett on the road, 42-35. It was a great game. Bradley got the monkey off the back. They beat Farragut at Farragut 17-14. Walker Valley at home gets a big win against Powell 21-16.
So you can stand a little closer. Get a loose.
Okay. Then Maryville. Kudos to Science Hill for playing a tough game against Maryville. They couldn't do to COVID. Only lost by 1 to Maryville. Then McMinn County beats Bearden 28-7. East Hamilton beats Sullivan South 56-20. And Clay County beat the Basin, Copper Basin 21-0. Oak Ridge beat Saudi 30-7. Knox West, who will play Walker Valley next week. Right, Biscuit?
Yeah, they're playing Knox West next week.
They won 65-20 over North City. Ray County in a tough fought game beats Fulton 14-0. And Meigs County gets the COVID win 1-0 against Causes.
Yeah, that was your Hardy's Friday Night Blitz scoreboard. Give us a call at 614-6499. We're going to take anybody's call, talk about Bradley, Cleveland, or Walker Valley. We're going to get into the Walker Valley game after this break. Hardy's Friday Night Blitz is sponsored by Wholesale Supply Group. Give us a call, 614-6499. We'll be back in a couple minutes.
Craving prime rib this morning? Hardee's introduces the new prime rib and fried egg biscuit. We took tender prime rib and put it on a fluffy made-from-scratch biscuit. Yeah, that's right. We made prime rib for breakfast. Premium, juicy, sliced prime rib for breakfast. And then we topped it with a freshly cracked fried egg and melted Swiss. Why? We knew you needed it, that's why. The new prime rib and fried egg biscuit from Hardee's. Feed your happy. Available for limited time during breakfast hours at participating restaurants. Price and participation may vary.
Hey, this is Josh Rogers at Wholesale Supply Group. I wanted to let you know that we're currently hiring for full-time positions here in Cleveland at our corporate distribution center. We have tons of jobs available, and we're currently looking for order pickers, stockers, shipping and receivers, janitors, and a CDL driver. Great benefits are available, and you must pass a drug test. Apply on our Facebook page or stop by our corporate distribution center, 1815 Church Street, Southeast in Cleveland, and ask for Derek. And come be a part of our great Wholesale Supply Group family.
Oh Yeah Fitness Complex in Cleveland is celebrating Corporate Wellness Month. If you are a business owner, your employees can work out free for 10 days at Oh Yeah Fitness Complex. Then, if at least 10 of your employees would like to join after the 10 days, they can do that for a one-time $10 enrollment fee and then $10 a month after that. As always at Oh Yeah, there are no contracts. For more information, visit ohyeahlife.com or stop by Oh Yeah Fitness Complex in the Village Green Town Center on Keith Street here in Cleveland.
You don't want to miss out on Mountain View Nissan of Cleveland's amazing fall savings. The 2020 Nissan Kick S sell price $15,000 with zero down and only $187 per month. Also, the 2020 Altima S sell price at $19,000 with zero down. That's right, zero down and $269 per month. Visit cleveland-nissan.com and in person off exit 20 and I-75. Payments are per month over 75 months and 1.9 APR.
You don't have to be an event planner to throw the perfect gathering. Providing high-quality food that meets your price point is easy with Tzatziki's Catering. Please your entire crowd with their variety of healthy and filling options that are scratch-made daily. Whether you're needing box lunches for a business gathering or a customized spread for a baby shower, your guests will love that Tzatziki's has options for everyone. Get your catering quote started at Tzatziki's.com. Tzatziki's in Cleveland is located in the Target Shopping Center. Tzatziki's, making healthy taste good.
As long as there's Friday night football, There will be Saturday sports clinics at the Center for Sports Medicine and Orthopedics.
No appointment necessary.
Come in for the treatment of non-emergency orthopedic sports injuries like sprains, strains, and fractures.
Every Saturday through early November.
The doors open at 9 a.m.
2415 Macaulay Avenue in Chattanooga.
Or the Cleveland office at 2400 North Ocoee Street.
The Center for Sports Medicine and Orthopedics, the region's largest orthopedic group.
Learn more at sportmed.com.
Looking for the dealer who's gonna give you more. Kia of Cleveland Superstore.
This is John Davis at Kia of Cleveland on South Lee Highway, and it's deal making time. We will give you $5,000 minimum for any trade, regardless of the mileage or condition. And don't worry about your credit. If you've got $500 down and you make at least $2,000 a month, I'll do my best to get you approved. Come see me, John Davis, the trade-in man at Kia of Cleveland on South Lee Highway in beautiful Cleveland, Tennessee, where car buying is as easy as 1, 2, 3.
Come by Toyota of Cleveland and let us show you what true customer service is like. Proudly named Dealer Rater of the Year for 2018 and 19. Visit them online anytime at toyotaofcleveland.com. Toyota of Cleveland, proud supporters of Raiders, Bears, and Mustangs football. Tennessee Valley Urology is the home of the no scalpel vasectomy. Find out more at tnvalleyurology.net or call 423-472-3201.
The power and performance of your favorite players comes from hard work and refinement. Same goes for the power and performance of Audi. Hi, Jeremy Holsenbeck here for Audi Chattanooga. When you're ready to take your daily commute up a notch or two, come and drive an Audi. Agile, athletic, with a turbocharged punch. Audi is refined performance luxury. North end of Auto Row and at AudiChattanooga.com.
Wojtek Center for Orthopedic Care is a name you can trust, not only for sports injuries, but also workman's comp cases. Wojtek Center for Orthopedic Care is staffed with the finest team of healthcare professionals. Dr. Wojtek and his staff will do all they can to return you to your healthy, active lifestyle again. Check them out at their new state-of-the-art office located at 3913 Georgetown Road, or give them a call today at 479-3600, or check them out online at Wojtek.com.
Welcome back to Hardy's Friday Night Blitz. As we got a caller. Caller, you're on the Blitz. Hello, caller.
Hey.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. How you doing?
Doing good, sir.
So I just wanted to call in and just kind of brag on the Walker Valley Mustangs here for a minute.
Go for it, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, just having the best record in school history, a defense that absolutely shut down Powell tonight, for the first time, for the first home playoff win in school history. It was just a really big moment, and I just want to give a shout-out to all those guys, especially Lane Miller, having 3 big interceptions and a blocked PAT, and then Brody Swafford and Tucker Pope just going ham on the offensive side after having some miscues early on. It was a fun game to watch, man.
Yeah, definitely so. I mean, it's just looking at Walker Valley, that senior class was 1-19 their first 2 years, and now looking at them now, they host their first playoff game, and now they win their next playoff game going against they play Knox West next week, and they beat a good Powell team, and on top of Lane Miller tied Bryce Nunley for most career interceptions at Walker Valley. Yeah, had 6 interceptions.
Yeah, I was there. I was able to go the first half, and I tell you what, Walker Valley played with a lot of intensity. They played smart. I thought Powell made some crucial mistakes, but a lot of it was because Walker Valley made some good plays. And but like you said, they had some big interceptions, had some turnovers, and forced Powell into a lot of penalties, which really helped Walker Valley. But no, hats off to them. I tell you what, the environment and the climate that Drew Akins has created up there at Walker Valley is unbelievable. I mean, just watching Biscuit and I were watching the post-game show where he was with the band going crazy. I mean, hats off to Walker Valley. I mean, I don't care who you are. I wouldn't want to have to play Walker Valley in the playoffs.
Yeah. Caller, did you go to the game?
I was not at the game. I'm at home with the virus, but
we've been there, man. We pray and hope that you feel better. Yep. But hey, we really appreciate your call. Walker Valley deserves this, man. Yep. I mean, they fought. Drew Akins and company has fought hard, and I mean, looking at it now, Walker Valley is literally about a quarter away from being an undefeated football team.
Yep.
Hey, caller, you got anything else for us?
Nope, just big shout out, and hope everything goes well next week.
Thank you, sir.
Go Stangs.
Hey, go Stangs. Biggest party in town this week. Hey, hosting the first playoff game. But string back to that was a good segment going into Walker Valley. Walker Valley, Tucker Pope had 22 rushes for 62 yards with 1 touchdown, was 7-14 with 162 passing yards with 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, and he could have very easily had a third touchdown pass that just slipped through the hands of the receiver. Mm-hmm. But, no, he was spot on tonight, and he makes that offense go.
Yeah. Lane Miller, story of the night, 7 tackles and 3 interceptions.
That's a pretty good outing.
Yeah. I kind of want to get your thoughts on this, String. Greg Phillips told me that Tucker Pope could be in the conversation of Mr. Football this year. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, it depends how you define that award. Mm-hmm. I mean, without a doubt, he's probably the most valuable person on Walker Valley's team, and the question is, would Walker Valley be where they are right now without Tucker Pope?
Yeah, that's the question everybody asks. I'd say he could be a finalist, or he could be a semifinalist, but he's definitely an all-state quarterback right now.
Without a doubt.
Keep on going with Walker Valley stats. Dylan Jenkins 9 tackles, Ryan Lay had 10 tackles, Spencer Jackson had 5 tackles and 1 interception, and of course, like we said, dealing with the caller called, Lane Miller tied Bryce Nunley for all-time leader in interceptions with 6 career, and he had 3 of them tonight. So that's it's definitely crazy to see at Walker Valley. Well, me and you were talking about Drew Akins. That we had that video, post-game video of Drew Akins was directing the band. It kind of envisioned Peyton Manning when he was doing the band when he was in Knoxville.
Yeah, we need to find out where Lane's eating tonight, because I thought he's probably buying tonight.
I'm surprised you're not buying his dinner tonight.
Well, I mean, if I knew where he's eating, I'd go buy him a meal.
Hey, that's good for that there. Hey, but Walker Valley ends up playing Knox West next Friday night, and String, that's going to be a tough game for him.
Yeah, I mean, Knox West is a very, very good team, but it's like I've told people all along, I would not want to have to play Walker Valley.
Walker Valley's hot.
Yeah, they're hot, and they can score points. I don't care. They could score points on anybody. Mm-hmm. And it's whether or not their defense can hold up. And their defense, obviously, tonight did a great job. I mean, just some of those stats you read, that's unbelievable outing for Walker Valley. So, once again, congrats to the Mustangs. Keep on keeping on.
And Greg Phillips just told me that this was Walker Valley's first home playoff win and their first 8-win season.
Oh, wow.
So that's good for them. String, you want to give us a scoreboard before we go on break real quick?
Yeah, let's go back over the scores. As we stated before, Dobbins-Bennett at home beats Cleveland 42-35. Great attempt by Cleveland. They just fell short. Bradley got the monkey off their back. They finally beat Farragut, and they beat Farragut at Farragut 17-14. And as we've been discussing here, Walker Valley with a big win over Powell 21-16. And then, of course, Maryville over Science Hill 1-0. Great defensive effort by the Rebels. And,
tough game.
COVID, yep. And McMinn County 28-7. I tell you, McMinn's better than I.
Yes, they are. They're really good
football team. East Hamilton, and what I would consider a shocking, not as much the win as the score, but they beat Sullivan South 56-20. Clay County beats Copper Basin. And ends a great year for Copper Basin, but Clay County wins at 21-0. Oak Ridge over Soddy 30-7. Knox West as Walker Valley's next opponent pretty much had their way with Lenoir City 65-20. Ray County wins over a tough Fulton team 14-0. And then Meigs County with a COVID win over Cosby 1-0.
And that is your Hardy's Friday Night Blitz scoreboard. Next, we're going to be talking about Bradley Central over Farragut after they've got the monkey out their back, like String said. But give us a call at 614-6499. We'd love to hear your call, and we're going to go on a quick break.
It was all a dream. I used to read Word Up magazine, Salt and Pepper and Heavy D up in the limousine, hanging pictures on my wall every Saturday.
Do you wear dentures? Are they loose? Are you apprehensive about social events, eating in public because of your dentures? We have the answer with dental implants. Today's dental implants require very conservative, minimal surgery, no stitches, and are the most affordable they have ever been. Wearing dentures without implants to stabilize and attach to would be like the guys wearing leather helmet in a football game. It's time to take advantage of new technology, and dental implants will take your life to the next level. Give us a call at 476-6541.
Another SOS, and you're stressing, and that's the time to check in at Check Into Cash.
Payday and eternity away? Check in at Check Into Cash for a payday loan up to $425. A payday loan from Check Into Cash makes it simple to get the cash you need and get on with life. Apply today and relax knowing tomorrow is taken care of. Check Into Cash, your one-stop money shop. Visit checkintocash.com/payday radio.
One-stop money shop. Check into cash.
This is Andrew Morgan, reminding you that we're here for all of your legal needs. Whether it be bankruptcy, divorce, custody, or personal injury, we've got your back. Give us a call at 423-829-1429.
When I'm grocery shopping, I want to get the most for my money. That's why I love the low prices at Food City. But then I learned I could save even more with a Food City value card. I get a great price on my everyday items while I'm earning points towards an additional 5% off at the register. That's 2 ways to lower my food bill. So if you're ready to start saving, sign up for a value card in the store or online at foodcity.com.
Value every day. Food City.
As long as there's Friday night football, there will be Saturday sports clinics at the Center for Sports Medicine and Orthopedics.
No appointment necessary.
Come in for the treatment of non-emergency orthopedic sports injuries like sprains, strains, and fractures.
Every Saturday through early November.
The doors open at 9 a.m.
2415 Macaulay Avenue in Chattanooga.
Or the Cleveland office at 2400 North Ocoee Street.
The Center for Sports Medicine and Orthopedics, the region's largest orthopedic group.
Learn more at sportmed.com.
Friday Night Blitz. Caller, you're on the Blitz.
Yeah, hey, this is Rudy Felton. You guys have probably already said it, and I just missed it because I know you've already switched to the Bradley game. But the Walker Valley win, that's great for them. I taught at Bradley High, and my last 10 years I taught at Walker Valley, so glad for both of those schools to win. Where does Walker Valley play their second round game at?
Walker Valley plays Knox West next week at Knox West.
Okay, so they have to go on the road.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough game for Knox West for Walker Valley and Knox West.
That's what I've heard, but that's still a landmark. Like I said, I taught there 10 years, and it's their first playoff win as far as in the TWA, so that's great, and the boys are doing great. So I appreciate you taking my call, buddy.
Thank you, sir.
Yep, and
Thank you.
Walker Valley, don't bet against them.
I know. Well, me and you might have a bet going. I don't know if we can bet on live air, but me and String might have a bet going on here soon. Who gets the Walker Valley Knox West game?
There you go.
Thanks, Colin, for your call, and thanks for listening to us.
Rudy. Yeah, no problem, fellas. Have a good day.
Hey,
Bye-bye.
you too. So now, String, we're going to flip it around to Bradley Central, Knox West. Bradley Central has played Knox West 4 times the past 2 years, and was 0 for 3 the past 3 games, and finally got the monkey off the back and beat Farragut.
Yeah, and when I look at Bradley, to be honest with you, I said, they lost Burke the first game of the year. He's a Division I.
And at Farragut.
And the thing is, when you lose in high school, if you lose a Division I athlete, that's hard to recover from that.
Mm-hmm.
Not only that, but they also lost Trey Curry, who transferred down to Georgia. That's 2 Division I athletes. A lot of teams would just fold up their bags and walk away and just go through the motions. But Coach Floyd and his staff did a wonderful, wonderful job of pulling them all together, and they deserve this. They deserve this win because they haven't quit. They've worked to get better, and they're playing as a team. And hey, congratulations on a big win.
Yeah, I completely agree, String. I mean, they've worked for this to be, and the thing is, it couldn't happen to a better coach as well. I mean, Damon Floyd has done all the right things in his, I believe it's his 13th year, Bradley, 13, 14 year. I mean, he's over 10 years, and I mean, I've always had so much respect for Damon Floyd and company over there, and they always do the right things, and how they win themselves an opportunity to go to the AKA the boogeyman, what we call him, to Maryville next week at Maryville. So that's going to be an interesting game coming in next week, because Bradley Central during the regular season had the lead against Maryville.
Yeah, they had the lead against Maryville, they had the lead against Farragut, and they had the lead at halftime against McMinn County. So they could very easily be undefeated right now, and I think they're going to present some problems for Maryville. But Bradley's got their hands full.
They do, and I honestly, looking back at it, when Bradley played McMinn County, Bradley ran the onside kick, coming out of halftime, and that was the momentum shifter in that game.
But if they get that onside kick, then all of a sudden
everybody would have been like, "Oh, what a genius play call!"
Yeah.
But like then they don't get it. It's like, "Oh, what are you doing? What are you doing?"
Yeah.
But I mean, it's one of those things where it's the spur of a moment play call where you don't know what's going to happen, and sure enough, it doesn't go to your favor. And I honestly, String, I think it's if it was at Bradley, I'd say it's a different, closer game. But I mean, I just feel like Maryville's going to be Maryville. They literally had a first round bye in the playoffs, knowing I think they've already played Farragut one time this year, and they played Bradley, and so it's just like you know what you're going to get out of them, and Bradley's going to have to figure out, okay, how are we going to beat Maryville after they just came off of a first-round bye pretty much?
And playing them at Maryville.
Yeah.
So that's a big thing. But that was a big win for them tonight. I was listening on the radio to it, and it came down to where Farragut had the ball deep in Bradley territory, like on the 15, and they could have kicked a field goal to tie it and would have taken it into overtime. Instead, they go for it, and Bradley comes up with a great defensive play on fourth down and saves the win.
Yeah, and it just couldn't, like we talked about, it couldn't happen to a better coach over there in Damon Floyd. But yeah, Bradley ends up going to play Maryville, and yeah, I mean that's literally looking at the playoffs. Maryville had a COVID win against Science Hill, basically a first round bye, which is kind of surprising that Science Hill didn't end up playing. I don't know how that COVID stuff works. Yeah. But I usually just don't ask questions anymore about that.
Just to let you know, Donna Pruitt, who works at Bradley High School, she just sent me a message that just says, if Bradley beats Maryville, you need to buy me a steak at Ruth's Chris.
Hey, if Bradley beats Maryville, String is taking out all of our listeners to Ruth Chris. That's what he told me off air. I
have to sell the house,
sell everything. But yeah, that was our Bradley segment. Bradley, of course, defeats Farragut 17-14, and is going on to play Maryville. We're gonna have a little playoff talk here towards the end of the show. But yeah, give us a call at 614-6499. Don't be afraid to give us a call. We're going to talk to you about anything Tennessee football, Cleveland, Bradley, Walker Valley. Call about Walker Valley. Walker Valley with a big win tonight over Powell, 21-16, and Bradley with a big win over Farragut, 17-14. We'll be right back after we got to pay some bills, like Greg Phillips likes to say, pay some bills, do all that stuff, keep Steve Hartline happy. We'll be right back.
They're professional, approachable, kind, and go out of their way to help. I 100% recommend Dusty and Southland.
I'm Dusty Widener with Southland Finance. Visit me at 3850 Key Street near Chick-fil-A for a variety of loan options up to $10,000. Loans subject to credit approval.
This week's Village Volkswagen Game of the Week is Polk County at McMinn Central. Visit villagevolkswagen.com.
Wojtek Center for Orthopedic Care is a name you can trust, not only for sports injuries, but also workman's comp cases. Wojtek Center for Orthopedic Care is staffed with the finest team of healthcare professionals. Dr. Wojtek and his staff will do all they can to return you to your healthy, active lifestyle again. Check them out at their new state-of-the-art office located at 3913 Georgetown Road, or give them a call today at 479-3600, or check them out online at voitech.com.
Buddy's Barbecue, located at 678 Paul Huff Parkway, or call 423-458-1501. And be sure to download our Buddy's app.
Craving prime rib this morning? Hardee's introduces the new prime rib and fried egg biscuit. We took tender prime rib and put it on a fluffy made-from-scratch biscuit. Yeah, that's right. We made prime rib for breakfast. Premium, juicy, sliced prime rib for breakfast. And then we topped it with a freshly cracked fried egg and melted Swiss. Why? We knew you needed it, that's why. The new prime rib and fried egg biscuit from Hardee's. Feed your happy. Available for limited time during breakfast hours at participating restaurants. Price and participation may vary.
Hey, this is Josh Rogers at Wholesale Supply Group. I wanted to let you know that we're currently hiring for full-time positions here in Cleveland at our corporate distribution center. We have tons of jobs available, and we're currently looking for order pickers, stockers, shipping and receivers, janitors, and a CDL driver. Great benefits are available, and you must pass a drug test. Apply on our Facebook page or stop by our corporate distribution center, 1815 Church Street, Southeast in Cleveland, and ask for Derek. And come be a part of our great Wholesale Supply Group family.
4.1 Hardee's Friday Night Blitz. Now, let's send it on over to the scoreboard.
Yeah, in the first game, listen here on My Mix 104.1, Dobbins Bennett beats Cleveland 42-35.
On 101.3 The Buzz, Bradley Central defeats Farragut 17-14.
And on 99.1, Walker Valley gets their first home playoff victory, 21-16 over Powell.
And Maryville gets a bye game in the playoffs. Defeats, I guess you would say defeats Science Hill in a COVID win, 1-0.
Yeah, and McMinn County flexed their muscles again, beating Bearden 28-7.
East Hamilton defeats Sullivan South 56-20.
And Clay County ends the season for Copper Basin by beating them 21-0.
Oak Ridge defeats Saudi Daisy 30-7.
Knox West in a big win over Lenore City 65-20.
And finally, Ray County defeats Fulton 14-0.
And then Meigs County with a COVID win over Cosby 1-0.
Hey, and that was your Friday night Hardee's Friday Night Blitz scoreboard. Caller, you're on the Blitz.
What's up, guys? It's Jacob Mason.
Hey, what's going on, Jacob?
Jacob, what's up, man?
Hey, String, I didn't know they let you on the radio, man.
Yeah, it was kind of tough. Yeah, they lost a bet, and I mean it was kind of a weird situation, Jacob. I mean it was more like I walked in and String walked in, and I was like, oh here we go.
Here we go. he stuck with me.
And he said he's going to buy us Ruth Chris too. So if you want to stay on the air, that might happen too.
Yeah.
Hey, he owes me for years and years and years of service. So yeah, I think I'm going to get in on that. Well, hey, I just wanted to call in, and I called the game on the radio tonight, but I wanted to call in as a fan. This Walker Valley senior class was the first class that I ever coached down at Ocoee Middle School.
That's a good call.
Lane Miller, huge night, 3 interceptions. Spencer Jackson as a junior, big interception. Really, just that senior class in general. Brody Swafford, they have really turned the mindset of a program around, and I just wanted to call in as a coach and just give them some love and tell them congratulations on a huge win over what some polls have as the number 2 team in state, even though we hosted at the Valley. They were the number 2 team in 5A in some polls. So great team win.
I tell you what, Lane Miller, you think about the night he had, that's something that he can tell his grandkids about, and nobody can ever take that away from him. I mean, he had what most people would think of as a game of a lifetime. And it couldn't have come at a better time for a senior than to do that in a playoff game at home.
He had 3 interceptions tonight and a blocked extra point.
Wow.
But in his last 3 games, he's had 7 interceptions.
That's
it's
unreal.
Unbelievable. He's really just turn it on. What happened to Cleveland tonight? When I was calling the game, I saw it was 28-28, and then all of a sudden it was 42-28.
42-35.
Yeah, that Dolphins been a team. They had over 200 yards rushing. I mean, they were just dominant more so on the running end of the ball, and it's just I mean Cleveland's young. We'll get into a Cleveland segment here in a little bit after we get off the phone with you, Jacob. But Cleveland's gonna have a lot of people returning back. And it's gonna be interesting to watch what Cleveland does next year. But besides the point, we'll get back in a little bit. But Jacob, you go into a little bit for next week, going into Knox West. What are your thoughts about that?
I mean, Knox West, the number 1 team in 5A. I mean, it's gonna be a dogfight, you know. But one thing about this Walker Valley team is they've had a lot of hard games this season. You know, they had the Bradley game, the Ray County game, but ever since that Ray County game, they've taken slaps to the face and then said, okay, we're going to give you one back. Mm-hmm. So I expect this Walker Valley team to really go in there and be in survival mode and really just throw punches like they have all season long. So really, really proud of that team. It's going to be a tough fight, Knox West. Really, think about this. In that division, they have the number 1, the number 2, and I think like the number 7 team in state, all 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah,
so,
it's like isn't it like it was Fulton, Powell, I believe Central, and now it's West, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's unbelievable.
Yeah, it's just like it's like the district's going to change next year, but it's just hopefully right now Walker Valley's in a good spot. I mean, they could go into Knox West next week and pull off a big upset.
Yeah, they definitely can. And here's the thing. That's the team that they've got a lot of grit. They got a lot of dog in them, and they know that people are counting them out. And I think that's what's going to fuel them this week in practice.
I was just about to say that. I think that Walker Valley has been down for some time, and I don't think enough people respect them. And what Drew has done, Coach Akins has done, has created a climate there that is unbelievable, that he's got the whole community pulling behind them now. And so these teams like Knox West that are going to play them, they're thinking, oh, this is just Walker Valley. This is not just Walker Valley. Yeah. This is a team that's capable of going a long way in the playoffs.
It is. I'll be honest. It's probably one of the most well-balanced teams I've seen in this area in a long time.
1,000% agree on that one, Jacob.
Yep.
Like it's the balance of just being like there's just a bunch of good ball players that play team ball. So we can get off the Walker Valley horse. I know y'all got to talk about a couple other teams. Congratulations to Bradley Central tonight. Ken Tooper over there locking down the middle at the middle linebacker. I got to coach him too. He's a great stud over there for Bradley. So congrats to the county schools, and let's go to the second round and let's go beat these Knoxville teams next week.
Yes, hey, amen. But hey, Jacob, thanks, man. We really appreciate your call, brother.
Hey, it's a good talk. We'll see you guys later.
Yep, appreciate it. Now what's going on? Let's get into the Cleveland game real quick. Cleveland lost 42-35, but the thing is, Cleveland had it tied at one point, but the thing is,
had the lead.
Had the lead at one point, but it got to the point where Dobbs Bennett just flexed their muscles a little bit more. And that Cleveland team is really young.
Yeah.
And, I mean, they're losing 5 starters this next year.
Yeah.
And we're going to into Drew Lambert's stats a little bit. Drew Lambert was 13 for 20 with 285 yards, and he had 2 interceptions. But the thing is, Cleveland has found the quarterback for the next 2 years.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that early in the year, I think Cleveland struggled with the personnel, finding the right people on the field. And I think that throughout the year, I think Coach Wheeler's figured it out. And as I think Terry said at the end of the broadcast, or Scott did, it's one of those situations where if your season's going to end, you want to end it playing good football. And I think Cleveland ended this season playing pretty good football. And yeah, Drew Lambert, he's a gamer. He makes plays, and that's what just about in every sport he plays. So Cleveland's in good hands next couple of years with Drew Lambert.
And I think the Marty Party and company over there. Yeah. I mean, the Marty Wheeler is doing everything right as well. Yeah. I mean, the state that Cleveland football was in 3 years ago, from what it was until it is now, it's night and day. And I think that the administration at Cleveland and everybody needs to keep it going over there and keep him. But they're going to have to buy into what he's doing because there's always a method to the madness. I mean, you look at Ron Crawford. I mean, like look what he's did his 3 years. I mean, he made it. Yeah, he didn't make the playoffs his first year. He made it second and third year. So I mean, there's always something crazy. There's always a method to the madness, and I think Cleveland will have the potential in the future to be able to make it to the second round, that third round, that fourth round, and it's having everybody to buy into that program.
Yep.
And yeah, I mean that's pretty much all we have for Cleveland. I mean it's just one of those things. They got beat by Dobbins Bennett tonight. But yeah, let's talk quickly over the playoffs. Bradley goes to Maryville next week, playing the Boogeyman. Going to be a close game. String winner. Who are your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean Maryville is Maryville.
Yeah.
Okay, let's face reality. They are who they are. They're not going to fool anybody. I don't think this is one of the greatest Maryville teams.
No, it's
around.
not.
I mean, so Bradley, if Bradley plays well, they can hang tough with him. I just think it's a tough order when you're going to Maryville because Maryville just normally doesn't lose on their field.
No, they don't. They don't lose in general.
Yeah.
I mean, now you say I couldn't. Well, I think the last loss was. Did they win state last year? I think they might have. I think they won the one state or got state runner up. But then McMinn County goes and plays Dobbins Bennett. I believe I need to look that up. But McMinn County either goes to Dobbins Bennett or Dobbins Bennett goes to McMinn County.
And the thing with McMinn is that they're a team that could present problems for Dobbins Bennett because they can control the clock with their offense by running the ball. And what Cleveland was what Cleveland had to do was throw the ball because Dobbins Bennett struggled in the defensive backfield all year long. So Cleveland took advantage of it. McMinn's not going to do that. McMinn is going to run that ball down their throat, and that's what you want to do. You can run that clock. You can keep Dobbins Bennett's offense off the field because they got two great running backs. They got what they call Thunder.
That McMinn County Dobbins Bennett game might be over by 8:30.
Yeah, there's not going to be any passing to stop the clock. It's just going to be who can run the football.
I know, but it's the next. Then I'm trying to think who else. That's everybody else from that region. Then Walker Valley goes to Knox West, and String. In my personal opinion, I mean, I'm not no white fella or anything like that, but the way Walker Valley has played this year, all the way up with Tucker Pope at quarterback, I don't see why not Walker Valley doesn't win this game.
Yeah, I mean, let's face it, Walker Valley just beat the number 2 team from that region. I mean,
and the Powell team's good. That region is good.
Yeah, that whole region was good, and so. They can win that game. I mean, I think they got to limit their turnovers and penalties, and if they could just control the tempo of that game, I think that Coach Akins is going to have a pretty good game plan for them.
Yeah.
So I hope they do well.
Coach Akins said last week to me and Greg that Walker Valley was the biggest party in Bradley County.
Yeah.
I don't know, but String, that'll do it for the show tonight.
Yep.
But I always appreciate you coming in, joining me.
Fun.
It was fun. It's always fun. Give us a call next week.
Yep.
Come in. Come say what up to me and Greg. But hey, we will be back next week because Bradley and Walker Valley are playing. So guess what? We're gonna have another week. Not sure about week 3 in the playoffs. But String, always a pleasure. For Scott Kress, this is Kent Christian saying good night and God bless.
Yep.
Thank you.
That's what we call. And God for the